You're up first, I believe, Amy.
Okay, are we good to go? Do you want to?
Well, I think, let's see if anyone joins.
Okay.
So we just started it, so give them a minute or two to join.
Yeah, I don't see any attendees at this point. Please tell me you cannot hear my cats.
I can possibly hear him. Possible.
I guess I will go ahead.
Amy, go ahead. Why don't you get started? Just if anyone does join us, please use the Q&A to ask any questions, but they're not seeing this right now, so they won't know to do that. But
Okay.
there will be a recording, so I'm going to hand it over to Amy and Jamie from Central Penn College. So take it away.
Great, thank you so much. So my name is Amy Rowcliffe, and I am a high school outreach coordinator at Central Penn College. I'm here with my colleague, Jaime Ramos, who is also a high school outreach coordinator, and we're gonna kind of tag team here to give you a presentation about Central Penn and how it might fit into your next steps. You can see some of the options here. We're gonna talk about everything that's on this screen. So we want to start by saying that you might be basing your decisions on some different criteria due to the current circumstances. So maybe you were originally going to look at colleges that were farther away from home, and now you're thinking you'd like to stay a little bit closer just in case things change and classes go to online or anything like that, or you have to leave your dorm. Maybe you're choosing a smaller campus so that you have that option to do in-person classes. Maybe you're thinking about smaller housing options because you want to make sure that you're kind of limiting the folks that you're in the proximity of. Maybe you're looking for smaller class sizes, so you've got that individual attention as things are constantly changing. Maybe you want to focus on your career options. You really want to stop and think about, what do you want to do with the degree that you're trying to earn? You really want to think about that end goal and what's next for you as you're pursuing your degree. And probably you're looking at all your options for learning, whether it's on campus, online, or a hybrid of the two. We're going to talk about all of those options. We offer a combination of those at Central Penn College. And the great thing is that we've been a leader in Central Pennsylvania for years, since 2004, in online education. So when we had to change our system of learning in March, we were able to do that very easily. Our teachers were able to immediately transition over to online learning and make sure that our students were getting a valuable education. Now, Central Penn College is a career-focused institution located about 10 minutes from Harrisburg. We have a diverse student population of about 1,100 students. We're the best of both worlds because you're located in a suburban setting while having all the resources of a major city like Harrisburg. We are career-focused, so we offer a variety of programs for your degree. Whether you want a certificate, you can see that these are in-demand programs that employers are searching for right now. So you might be able to complete your certificate and go right into your next step even sooner than you planned. We also offer associate's degrees. They typically take 2 years to earn, and depending on what job you're seeking, an associate's degree might be the right fit for you. A bachelor's degree is what you typically think of when you think of a college degree. You can see that we've got many options, and depending on the career that you're looking towards, a bachelor's degree might be the right fit. And I'm sure that a lot of you are familiar with the traditional college calendar of fall and spring semesters. We do things just a little bit differently at Central Penn College. We have accelerated terms: fall, winter, spring, and summer terms. These terms are 11 weeks with a 2-week break in between. That means that you could earn your certificate in as little as 9 months. That associate's degree that we talked about typically takes 2 years. You could earn that in as little as 15 months plus your internship, getting you out into the workforce even sooner. A bachelor's degree that typically takes 4 years, you could earn in just 3 years plus your internship. That internship is a requirement for our students, but it means that when you graduate, you already have work experience on your resume. So when you're going and meeting employers, you can say, hey, I've already worked in the field. I've already got this experience. And I know a lot of students are interested in athletics and how they can pursue that after high school. So we have sports available for men and women. We've got men and women's basketball, men's and women's soccer, baseball, and women's volleyball. We play in the USCAA conference on a Division II level. And this conference means that we're able to schedule our games across conferences and divisions to make sure that our athletes get a unique experience. They play up and down the East Coast against a variety of teams. And if intercollegiate athletics isn't exactly what you're looking for, but you still want to be fit and active, we do offer a variety of intramural and club sports. And those change depending on the interests of the students. And if esports is more your speed, we do have a competitive esports team at Central Penn College, and our esports team competes statewide as well as nationally. And this photo shows a picture of our gaming center. Our gaming center is slightly reconfigured now due to COVID protocols, but it's available and all our students participate and enjoy using their quick thinking and problem solving skills. One of the biggest pieces of advice that I could give any student looking at colleges or what their next steps will be is to get involved as soon as you get on campus. You want to make sure you find those activities that allow you to engage with other students and to find something outside the academics that keeps you motivated. We have over 20 student-run clubs and organizations on campus. We have things like student government that gives you the opportunity to take a leadership role or to get involved in the decision-making on campus. Maybe you want to be part of the nightly news and report on things that are happening worldwide and throughout campus. Maybe you want to help plan tournaments. We've had cornhole, we've had volleyball, we've had ping pong tournaments. Maybe you'd like to be a part of those planning events. We've been able to offer virtual and socially distant in-person events like trivia and bingo. We've had exercise classes like outdoor yoga, and we've had Zumba by Zoom. We have nightway gatherings every week that are an opportunity for students to gather in a safe, socially distant way, but still able to meet other students. We just had our club signups last week. We had a great event on our quad that brought all the clubs in the school out to represent and to show students what's available on campus. Our Capital Blue Cross Theater is a great way for students to express that creativity. So whether you've been involved in that in high school, or maybe you've done community theater, or maybe this would be something brand new for you, we'd love for you to be a part of our Capital Blue Cross Theater and our drama club. Our theater has had diverse theater programming since 2014, and there have been all kinds of productions over the years. And when everything went virtual, our theater director was able to pivot and make sure that our students were still able to present in a different way. So she organized different readings of original works. She had showcases where students and alumni were able to show off their skills. It's an amazing way to get involved, whether in the aspect of writing, directing, producing, acting. Maybe you want to be involved behind the scenes with our technical aspects like lighting and sound. There's a place for everyone in the theater, and we can't wait for you to get involved. And at this time, I'm going to turn over the presentation to my colleague, Jaime Ramos.
Thank you very much, Amy. I would like to introduce myself now. My name is Jaime Ramos. I am Amy's counterpart. I am also a high school outreach coordinator at Central Penn College, and I'm excited to share with you some other offerings that we have outside of our academics and how, most importantly, we have been adapting to everything that's been going on in the ever-changing world that we're now living in. This photo can be a good description for that. This was taken, I want to say, back in July, and the good thing with us being a smaller campus is that we have the ability to send the message and the importance to our students that we are all very close, we are all family, and it takes the whole campus, to do their part, and this is a good example of that. With our class size being 15:1, our students have the ability to be able to socially distance themselves, not only in person outside of the classroom, but also inside the classroom. We are following CDC guidelines with students wearing their mask, but not only the students. As you can see in the front, the professor is also doing the same, and that is mandatory at the college. Luckily, we have been able to do everything, and we do have our students currently on campus. We've had our students back on campus since July, and we just welcomed our new cohort of students back on October 5th last week. So we're excited for everything that we're able to do to be able to keep everything going on at Central Penn and to give our students the experience that they want. In addition to making sure everything runs smoothly on campus, we also do our best to provide our students with the services that they need to be able to succeed in every aspect of their college experience. If they need to talk to somebody about their classes and maybe they're thinking about, oh, well, maybe I don't know exactly what I'm thinking about the study, or I don't know how this class is going to work, or I want to take this class. We have an amazing student success advising office. And from day one, you will have a student advising coach, student success coaches, we like to call them. From day one, you'll have that. So you will have academically the resources you need. Let's say, for example, you're going through a tough time, or the transition from high school to college, which involves a lot of change, can be a little bit a lot. We have an amazing counseling office, and the counseling services can be there for you to help you in any form or way. Let's say, for example, you're taking an accounting course, or you're taking a very tough writing course and you need a professional tutor, or you want to get a student tutor or someone to help you out. We have an amazing learning center that will help you and pair you up with one-on-one tutors to provide you with the knowledge that you need. And then last but not least, we have an amazing Office of Equity and Multicultural Affairs. And within that office, they plan different fun events around multiculturalism and activism. And it's great to know on campus, especially with everything going on, that we are doing our part in every single way, in every facet for our students. In addition to our student services, one of the most important things that you might be thinking about, depending on if you decide to live on campus or if you decide to commute, is what is that housing experience going to look like for you? Maybe you're thinking, oh, I might stay home with everything that's going on, or, well, I still kind of want that college experience, but I don't know if the college I'm looking at is going to provide that for me. At Central Penn College, we can provide you the student housing experience you still want and you might be looking for. Something that we have done to adapt to everything that's going on is we have something called our super suites. And within our super suites, rather than having a roommate, you get your own individual room to yourself at Central Penn. So it's your own space. You can basically do whatever you want in the room, and you have that area and privacy for you. So you don't have to worry about anybody coming in and out. And that's really good for now, especially right now with everything that's going on with COVID. You have your own room, so that's really great. In addition to having your own room in our super suites, you have the ability to bring a car on campus. So you can bring the car on campus not only for your sophomore, junior, and senior year, but also your first year as well. And it's free of charge, free and convenient parking, which is also a nice plus. Another nice plus that I always like to talk about is that in our first year at Central Penn, if you decide to join our Central Penn family, in your very first year, you not only get your own room, you not only get to have your car on campus and free parking, but you also get free housing for your first year, which can be very beneficial in the long run. Free housing, so don't forget that. And all in total, that is our package that we offer to you in regards to being able to live on campus. You get your own room, you get to bring a car on campus, and then you also get free housing, and you also get the housing experience that you might still be looking for on the campus. In addition to the housing experience and the student services we can offer you, one of the most important things that I always like to talk about, and I like to focus on in every presentation that I do about Central Penn, is our graduate success rate. Colleges will always throw different numbers at you. They might say, oh, 98% of our students have gotten a job after 6 months, or 99% of our students get a job after a year. And that's great. We all, of course, want to work, and we all, of course, want to earn a steady income. However, we focus on something a little different at Central Penn. The number we talk about is 90.6%. 90.6% of our students were employed in their chosen field of study or are continuing their education within 1 year of graduation. What does that mean? That means if a student studies a legal studies program at Central Penn, most likely they end up going into the legal studies field. That means if a student studies occupational therapy assistant or physical therapy assistant, they then become an occupational therapy assistant or physical therapy assistant. We make sure that happens through our career services office. Our career service offices from day one will be there for you to help you know how to polish your resume, to help you know how to look the part for interviews, to help you connect with alumni, and to help you connect with different kind of jobs, online job matching, and just to be able to give you the tools that you need to put your degree into action, which is our most important goal for you at Central Penn. Once you're ready to go, or even before, much beforehand, you have that job, so you can definitely say, I made this degree worth it. That is something we always love to talk about. Now, in order to make all of this happen, the first step and the most important step is to apply. We have a very simple 4-step application process. And the first step, simply apply. You can apply on centralpenn.edu. Then once you get to our Central Penn tab, you will see the admissions. And then after you go to admissions, you'll find our application. Very simple. And you can even do it on your phone. So that's the first step. Second, we'd like you to submit a 500-word essay on your involvement in school or in the community. Once that bell rings at 2:30 or 3 o'clock, or more specifically, once you close your laptop now at home, what does the day look like for you? How are you keeping yourself busy? How are you balancing your academic life with your social life? And what makes you you? Tell us, let us know, within 500 words or less. Third, submit a high school transcript. Of course, we'll need your grades. And another important thing that we always love to talk about, especially right now, again, adapting with everything that's going on, is that we are SAT and ACT optional. So maybe with COVID hitting, you didn't have the opportunity to take the SAT and you're kind of worried about how that might look. Don't worry, for us, we do not require that right now. You are good. No SAT or ACT is needed right now. However, if you did have the opportunity to take the SAT and the ACT and you are really proud of your scores and you want to send them to us, absolutely do that. But if not, it is completely optional. And again, high school transcripts. And then last but not least, a campus interview. Once we review your application and we see it, I'd like to invite you on campus. Or maybe you say, I don't know how I feel about possibly going on campus. Maybe I might want to do a virtual interview. We can accommodate that as well. And in addition to all of this, I always recommend, if you can, seeing the campus firsthand. We are allowing, and we do have students coming on almost every day for tours. So absolutely take advantage of seeing our beautiful small campus, because it is beautiful, it is small, and you do have the opportunity to get involved in many different ways. Now, the next thing I would recommend after you apply is to definitely consider the idea of scholarships. How financially will you be able to afford wherever you're going to go? The good thing is at Central Penn, we have a big list of scholarships, and you can find that on www.centralpenn.edu/scholarships. If you're a legacy, if you had a parent that graduated, that's a scholarship. If you're from a specific area, that might be a scholarship. Also, if you have a copy of an award letter, send it to our financial aid office, and then we might even be able to match that depending on the situation. So absolutely consider what financially college would look like for you. And at Central Penn, we will try to do our part to financially do everything we can for you to make your education affordable, because at the end of the day, that is the most important thing in regards to being able to attend college, financially being able to afford it, and scholarships is one of the ways to do it. Another thing I'd love to talk about is on October 21st, which is coming up, I think a week from now, if I'm correct, we will have a coffee in college. That will be at 4 p.m. So you can register through this link, on the coffee mug right there at centralpenn.edu/events. It's a very relaxed event where you have the opportunity to talk to an admissions counselor who most likely is reviewing your resume. Bring your mug. Right here, I have my mug, if you can see it through the screen. So you can use that mug and just enjoy coffee in college with us. So that is just an event at 4 p.m. where we get to know you a little bit and you get to know us a little bit more than you're having the opportunity in this presentation.
And Jaime, I just wanted to add one thing about our Coffee in College event. We will have a financial aid planner who will be attending as well, so giving even more detailed information about financial aid. But also, this Coffee in College day will count as your interview and your financial aid appointment. So if you choose to join us, you'll already have a a head start on your application process. So because you'll be meeting with admissions counselors and financial aid planners, it will count as your interview.
Even more so, why you should come. So definitely consider the idea. Thank you so much for that, Amy. Even more so, why you should definitely consider coming. It's also a great event for information about Central Penn. In addition to coffee in college, if you like to download apps and you have so much space on your phone, consider downloading our Central Penn app. Our Central Penn app is very informative and it lets you know all about the clubs that we offer, social media that's going on with students that are posting things on Facebook and Instagram, lets you know any events we're having, basically keeps you involved in our Central Penn community. So if you're considering Central Penn, definitely download the app. In addition to our app, you can also find us on Naviance. If you're not familiar with Naviance, Naviance is a good website to check out other colleges and just in general see information on them. We are on the website, so any information or any questions you might have in regards to anything you didn't hear in this presentation, definitely check out Naviance and find our profile information and you'll be able to see some of those things. And then, last but not least, here is my contact information and my counterpart Amy Rocliffe's contact information. You can find us through our email or you can find us through our work phones right there. We will gladly answer any questions and we would like to be the best resource we can be for you as you decide to consider joining the Central Penn family. Another thing I also definitely recommend is if you have the opportunity through this recording, if you can, this link is right there for you to give us your information so we can keep in touch with you. And then there is our website link as well. Amy, did you have anything you wanted to chime in on?
I just wanted to say that if you're more comfortable texting, those phone numbers are cell phones, so you can certainly text us and we can answer any questions that you might have about the college process.
Yes, for sure. So this is our contact information. If you ever need to reach out to us, never hesitate. And we thoroughly hope you enjoyed this presentation. And we are very glad that you are considering Central Penn College.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.